Well, look, I am so relieved that someone in this great bureaucracy over us has got some guts, or so it seemed today. Now, I know Philip Lowe, the Reserve Bank Governor, has made bad mistakes. He kept interest rates too low for too long and then predicted they'd stay that low until next year. Instead, his board and him, they've hiked rates 9 times already, and lots of people who went out and bought a big house, big mortgages, they're in real pain. Now, for that, the media has chased Lowe down the street, called him our most loathed banker, and demanded he be fired or resign. But that is nothing compared to the outrageous way that Lowe's been bullied by the Albanese government. And as I say, thank God the Reserve Bank Governor was defiant today when he was grilled by a Senate committee. That bullying will not work.
It's not affecting our decision making, let me assure you that.
Now, as I said last night, I've never seen any past governments do to a Reserve Bank Governor what this one's doing to Lowe, to stop him raising interest rates yet again, even though inflation, as you will know every time you go to the shop, is dangerously high at 7.8%. Now, let me remind you, Lowe is meant to be independent of government for a very good reason, so that he does what he thinks is right and not what politicians want him to do, something popular. That's why politicians normally won't say whether interest rates should go up or down. It's a convention. That's the Reserve Bank's job. But this government has instead tried to bully Lowe into doing the wrong thing. And it's doing this just when Lowe is at his weakest, is monstered by the media and nearing the end of his 7-year term, hoping the government will extend it. Here's the Assistant Treasurer, Stephen Jones, yesterday, putting on the pressure.
We are concerned that further increases are going to put pressure on households and businesses.
Jones was backed by Industry Minister Ed Husic and another 4 Labor MPs, so they wanted Lowe dumped, while Treasurer Jim Chalmers, meanwhile, refused to endorse him. But Lowe's appearance at Senate estimates today was a smack in the face to the bullies. Sure, he seemed frustrated at being targeted so very personally.
I find sometimes the fact that it's all sheeted down to me is a bit unfair, but because it's the board. There are 9 of us, including Michelle, who make these decisions.
But Lowe reminded his critics, the bullies, they seem to be forgetting something.
People really forgot about how corrosive inflation was and how it eroded your savings, how it made income inequality worse, how it really hurt the poor. So I think we've forgotten about that because it's 30 years since we lived in that world. I know it's really hard for people to have to pay more on their mortgages, but it'll be harder still if inflation gets too high and stays too high.
Yes, Lowe has made mistakes, but now is not raising rates too much, not with inflation so high. So let Labor threaten Lowe and also scapegoat him for their own failure to help fight inflation by cutting their spending, for their own failure to fight inflation by cutting power prices because of their global warming fantasies. Let them do that. But Lowe says the bullies will not win, and good, because the price of surrender is too high.